Yeah, let's begin. Look at the organs of speech. So I'll tell you how to draw this later. I'll tell you what kind of what you are supposed to do and all that, how you are supposed to draw the line and all that. That we'll do later, okay? Because it needs, there is a particular manner in which you are supposed to go about it. There is an easy method. You don't have to be an artist for that. But the basic thing is, we are looking at the nose, the upper lip, the teeth. Okay. The roof of the mouth. This shows the action of the soft palate, the nasal cavity, okay, the nasal cavity, lower lip, chin, and then we go down. That's it. This is the basic thing, okay? And I'm not showing the respiratory system because we are not worried about that as of now. So we'll start with the, so again, I'll number it and then we will look at what kind of sounds are being produced. So shall we begin? So initially, we are going to look at the consonant sounds because there is a particular reason for that. And let me state the reason and you'll understand it much better. See the difference between consonant sounds. For example, I produce the sound, okay? You can easily see that the two lips are involved. There is some action of the lips involved in the production of this sound. There is more tactile feel. Adavadhu tactile na touch in arthonda. You are touching something. Something gets touched inside the organs of speech. But let me compare her to say E. At least this I can tell. You smile and you get it. But what is involved here? Can anyone tell me? In her, the two lips are involved. That is clear. That is clear. The two lips come together and you produce a sound. Per. Correct? It is solla mudiyum. But E, apart from the fact that I smile, just observe, I smile. Is the tongue involved? Is there any other thing involved? You cannot easily say because there is no tactile feel inside your mouth. So we start with the, why are you starting with the consonant sounds? We are starting with the consonant sounds, the articulators and the consonant sounds, precisely because of this. It is easier to make you understand or to make the students or to make you understand what is involved in consonant sounds than what is involved in vowel sounds. You cannot directly see what is happening. Even in certain consonant sounds, you cannot see what is happening. We'll come to that, okay? So let's begin. So we are going to start with, so can I write so here we have the two lips, the two teeth. Then we have got the tongue, epiglottis, and then we have the, okay, the glottis, the vocal cords, and of course a bit more. Okay, and then, okay. So you have the two pipes, the food pipe and the windpipe. And, okay, so that, you know, you are able to understand what's going on. Proportionately speaking, you know, you can, all right, let's start with the, so what am I showing right now? This is one. This is number one, by the way. When we are marking the organs of speech, don't, sir, you said 12 is vocal cords. Now you are saying 12 is lips. Are you going to confuse that? Okay, don't get confused. We, for sake of convenience, we are calling it one. One does not mean lips. In the diagram, one is lips. I can also start with this 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? So, that's why I confuse. Sir, it's confusing. Focus. Focus. To focus, what should you do? Concentrate on your breath. Okay, I've given you the. Okay, so we have the lips. So both the lips, the upper lip and the lower lip. Okay, and just see now from what you've learned about the consonant sounds. Okay, so we are going to look at the consonant sounds. We are looking at the place of articulation. In this video, we are looking at this class. We are looking at the place of articulation. Are you clear? And we start with this place. Idam. Place na idam. Adu purinjirudhu ellarkum. Okay. In how many sounds are the lips involved? Consonant sounds. So, let me show you. And three consonant sounds are produced with the lips. Okay. So the lips. So what will you call it? Rendu lips involved ஆனா என்ன பண்ணுவ? Rendu lips involved ஆனா என்ன சொல்லுவ? Give it a term. When two lips are involved, what will you call it? Two lips sound னு சொல்லுவியா? டெக்னிக்கலா சொல்லு. அது கொஞ்சம் அத ஒரு ஃபார்முலா சொல்லு. அகாடமிக்கா சொல்லு. Two. One is called what? Two is called what? Very good. Very good. Who said that? Good. Okay. So it is not diagonal, it's bilabial. It's bilabial. Okay. Three, that is, I'll just tell you, I'll just give you the terms, just note the terms, then we will give a descriptor for each term. இப்போதைக்கு lips bilabial note பண்ணிக்கோ. அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம திருப்பி இன்னொரு கிளாஸ்ல அடுத்த கிளாஸ்ல நம்ம இது என்னன்னு பார்ப்போம். The two lips are involved. The action is the two lips come together to produce these three sounds. B and There is actually one more sound that is produced with the lips. We'll come to that later. Okay. So, okay. Bilabial sounds are B and involving the two lips. Okay. Now, shall we go to the next one? Now, from here, when you measure it from here, I am not labeled the articulators yet. As we go, we are labeling the articulators. So, next, lip ku appuram enna varum? Very good. So, the lower teeth, the lower set of teeth. So, teeth ku enna solluva? So, two teeth. Whenever we have problem, where do we go? We go to a. So, give it a term. When you want to learn, when you want to become dentist, you go to a dental college. So, any sound produced with the teeth, involving the teeth, is called as dental sound. But I am going to produce two sounds which involve the lips and the teeth. Appo eppadi solluva? Lips and the teeth. கண்டுபிடி. இப்போ இதுக்கு bilabialனா lips and the teeth என்ன சொல்லுவ? Labiodental. Okay, you call it lips and teeth, labiodental. So the teeth first, labiodental, புரிஞ்சுட்டா? Involving the lips and the teeth. Labio na lips, dental na teeth. Okay, எது? Let me repeat. Fat, vat, fan, van. அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம்ல, fan, van சொல்றோம்ல. And the first sound in these two words, fan and van, are produced like this. Okay, labiodental is. Okay, I may be forced to go there. We'll see how that works. Okay, now lips, and then we have the teeth. Then next one. அடுத்ததுக்கு வாங்க. So teeth வந்துட்டாரா? teeth க்கு அப்புறம் நம்ம இமிடியேட்டா பின்னாடி teeth பின்னாடி என்ன இருக்கு? By teeth I mean both the upper teeth and the lower teeth. புரியுதா? Okay. இது teeth க்கு அப்புறம் என்ன வருதுமா? The third place of articulation is the alveolar ridge. Now if you notice, we produce the following sounds. Now, sir, you may ask, how is the alveolar ridge involved in the production of sounds? Remember, the alveolar ridge lies right above the tongue. So now, from now on, we are going to look at the action of the tongue with the alveolar ridge. But idhukku munnadi there are two more sounds in which the teeth are involved. Okay. So labiodental சொல்லிட்டோம். If only the teeth are involved, what will you call them? If only the teeth are involved, what will you call those sounds? Lip pull teeth na labiodental, teeth மட்டும்னா Very simple, dental sounds. Okay. So let us look at what the dental sounds are. So just the teeth, these are the lips and the teeth. So we have dental sounds. There are two sounds which are produced with the, from now on, we'll be involving the tongue also. Remember, in the bilabial sound and for the labial sound, the tongue is not involved directly. Tongue marunda, but directa paathaga nalla gavani idu nee vande tongue illam kuda produce pannalam. You can produce this without the tongue. Come to this. The tongue is not directly involved. The tongue will change some shape and all that, but it doesn't, its action is not important for producing these sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look at these two sounds. What I do is I take my tongue, observe. I take my tongue, I place it in between the two teeth, or I can take the tongue and place it on just the upper row of teeth. That's the best thing. Thin, as I said, thin, the. These two sounds are dental sounds in English. Okay. So I place my tongue in between the two rows of teeth, or I place my tongue just above, just below the upper row of teeth. Observe. Okay. These two sounds, we always say the, but this is not the and the of Tamil or Hindi. Okay. The the, no, this is, it's actually comes out with a hissing sound. Nalla gavani konja hiss mariya irukum, sip oda hiss mariya irukum, snake oda hiss mariya irukum, but the tongue is involved. So dental sounds, these two. Okay, so how many have we covered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we come to lips and teeth. Lips and teeth. We come to the alveolar ridge. Now when we come to the alveolar ridge, be very clear about this. The alveolar ridge, we call, I mean, obviously the alveolar ridge is involved in the production of sounds, but only with the action of the tongue. Okay, so we are going to look at, so any sound which is produced with the help of the alveolar ridge will be called as. Now I have a question here. Nee tongue vachinde idukku nee per veppiya, alveolar ridge vach per veppiya? When I want to name something, okay, say I want to, look at all the sounds that are produced with the alveolar ridge, action of the tongue on the alveolar ridge, which is easier. Tongue vachinde per vekkirtha, alveolar ridge vachi per vekkirtha. Think about this. Nee immediate answer kodukka. Okay, so anything which is involving the alveolar ridge, the alveolar ridge is called as can be called as, adukku or per kodungama, can be called as lips ku labial nu soltom, lips and teeth ku labial dental nu sollitom, teeth ku dental nu sollitom, alveolar ridge ku tongue. Illa na ketta kelvi, remember the question that I have asked is very, very important. When you name, or when you are going to talk about the sounds produced with the help of the alveolar ridge, or at the place of articulation, at this place of articulation, is it easier? How will you name it? With the help of the tongue, using the describing the tongue, or describing the alveolar ridge? So idukku enna per koduppa adu sollu. I know I have made my question very complex. I'm sorry. So idukku alveolar ridge produce a sounds ella alveolar sounds. Okay, remember in the tongue involved kadayadu. Sir, about tongue involved nalla gavaninga. When I produce these two sounds, they are alveolar sounds, but the tongue goes and hits the alveolar ridge. Sir, the tongue eppadi sir neenga vida mudiyum? How can you not name the tongue when you name these sounds? But very good, if you have that question in mind, it's a very good question. We'll come to that once you are thorough with this. இதெல்லாம் முடிச்சிட்டு டங்க வச்சு எப்படி நேம் பண்றது அப்படின்னு ஒரு தனி சிஸ்டம் பத்தி கொடுக்குறேன். ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும், இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கும். That will be a much better way of looking at sounds. But first we'll look at this. We are just looking at the place of articulation. இதெல்லாம் தெளிவா இருக்க அர்த்தம். Articulation means production, pronunciation. இந்த இடத்துல தான் produce ஆகுது. Okay, the place of articulation is this, and for all this the air comes from the so let us look alveolar sounds are there. Okay, the following alveolar sounds are there in English. Remember, we are only looking at English. So articulation means production or pronunciation, where the sound is produced. We are looking at the place of articulation, and we are essentially asking the question, where is this English sound produced? Clear? Are you clear about this till now? Okay, so again go through it and let's look at the alveolar sounds. So you have the. Okay, so that makes it two. And then நல்ல கவனி, ஒரு நேசல் Nike. Okay, okay, ill you can use love. Okay, lander. You have umpty number of examples for this. So there are a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 sounds which we produce at the alveolar ridge, and they are called as alveolar sounds. Now with this you can now find out. நான் கேட்ட என்ன கேள்வி, 2 சுழி நாக்கு 3 சுழி நாக்கு என்ன வித்தியாசம்னா, சோ நீ இப்படி தான் பார்க்கணும். ஓகே, நீ இப்படி தான் பார்க்கணும். நல்ல கவனி, நம்மளோட it is a bilabial sound, bilabial name. Tamil சொல்றேன், I'm talking about. Okay, so are you clear till here? How many sounds have we covered till here? மொத்தமா எவ்வளவு sounds கவர் பண்ணணும்? Consonant sounds மட்டும் மொத்தமா 44. Okay, 24. இப்போ எவ்வளவு, how many have we covered till now? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. How many more to go? Anyone has a doubt about this? People, we will not be able to cover all the 24 sounds today. Wait, முதல்ல இத பாத்துறலாம், then we will take it up step by step. எல்லாத்தையும் பார்க்கணும்னா அது கஷ்டம், உங்களுக்கு புரியணும், because even this may be a bit confusing. I understand. Okay, because இங்க நம்ம okay, I think she has a question. உங்க மனசுல இருக்கிற question நானே கண்டுபிடிச்சேன். Articulation, we will be discussing things with all the sounds with the help of this static diagram. The mouth pictures I'll show you separately. If you want the mouth picture for each thing, we'll have to draw that and see. I'll have to show that separately. So now, most of you, are you clear about what I'm saying? Okay, so now hard palate. Any sound produced with the hard palate, what will you call it? I knew I had to stop here. Any sound. So how many have we seen? 4. Lema. Yeah, come. Palatal sound. Everything is a hard sound, is a soft sound. Hard soft வெச்சு பண்ண முடியாது. இந்த மாதிரி hold it. யோஸ் கரெக்ட்டா சொல்றீங்க. Hard and soft னு ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்தாங்கடா. இது எப்பவுமே nomenclature சரியா இருக்கணும். If you don't get your name right, that's it, you get everything wrong. God. So here we can say we'll stop here for today. Thanks a lot for listening, and we'll continue with this. I have not told you what palatal sound is produced in English, but we'll come to that later. Okay, thanks a lot, people.